From the outside, Sky Voyager has a large airport terminal style facade and a large queue that wraps around one side of the building. The artwork, which displays some of Australia's most marvellous locations, is to be seen at the entrance and exit of the ride and builds anticipation for the forthcoming journey that Sky Voyager aims to take you on. Builders being similar to other installments around the world such as Flyover Canada and Vancouver and Voletarium in Europa Park, Dreamworld's new flying theatre sets a very high bar for itself. From the controversial decision to destroy the IMAX Cinema's Victorian-style facade in favour of creating a more modern and futuristic-esque design, Sky Voyager's construction has changed the style of Main Street and sheds light on the future direction of the park. The question is, does Brojan's own installation of Sky Voyager live up to the expectation it sets for itself? The ride experience that lasts for 5.5 minutes is based on locations around Australia such as the Tully River, Barossa Valley, Sydney Harbour Bridge, Lancelin Sand Dunes, Finnis River, Princetown, Cradle Mountain, Moroya, Lady Musgrave Island, Ingham, Julia Creek, and the Gold Coast. The ride features 6 gondolas which seat 10 people each. 3 gondolas sit on 2 separate levels of the ride. The lower level is arguably the most immersive as you'll see the most of the screen in front of you. Sky Voyager begins when you are taken into the first room, which features a monitor which displays questions about Australian landmarks. You are then taken into the pre-show room before watching a 5-minute video. This is your in-flight entertainment. The pre-show is considerably and unfortunately terrible with no clear direction. It leaves riders confused as to what Sky Voyager is and what it aims to achieve. It is more reminiscent of a template or preview of an iMovie than it is a pre-show for such an amazing experience. After watching this, you are either taken into another room on the same level if you're on the bottom floor. Alternatively, you can be taken to the above level for the top floor. Here, you watch a safety video which gets riders excited for the flight, and it works well to entertain guests while also informing them of safety regulations. Once you enter the theatre, you board the gondolas, strapped on an across-the-waist seatbelt. Then you are ready for takeoff. The experience itself is truly spectacular, to put it lightly. As soon as the gondola stretches out of the station, you become immersed in many Australian landscapes. You can feel, smell and sense where you are while the gondolas sway and roll to the action taking place in front of you. The sound is also very well chosen. The ending of the ride is spectacular as you fly through dozens of fireworks at the Sydney Harbour Bridge, followed by the Sky Voyager logo signifying the end of the ride. The only weakness in this attraction is the screen not completely wrapping around your field of vision. This, however, is barely a problem if you choose to ignore it. You finally exit the ride and into the gift shop with some of the most creative and well-priced merchandise I've ever seen at Dreamworld. Despite the flaws in the pre-show, the ride itself makes up for that 100 times. The experience is truly breathtaking and separates Dreamworld from its competition. It also asserts Dreamworld as the #1 theme park in Australia for families. The admission price for Dreamworld is now heavily justified as Sky Voyager takes riders on a unique journey you cannot find anywhere else in Australia. What cements the ride as being near perfect is the long duration. From being taken into the first room and out towards the merchandise, it can take from 10 to 15 minutes, making it worth the wait compared to other attractions like Tower of Terror, which will have you on and off the ride within a minute. The pre-show is unfortunately misguided and boring. While it has some moments, most of the time it is completely irrelevant and confuses me as I struggle to see the need for the video to be shown. This was also a common complaint of the ride as suggested by staff and other riders. Hopefully in the future, a new video could be played which would drastically increase the experience of Sky Voyager. That being said, I have to give the in-flight entertainment a 1.5 out of 10 star rating. Once you board Sky Voyager and disembark 5 minutes later, you immediately want to experience the ride itself again. The ride is rideable over and over without becoming stale. Due to the border of the screen sometimes breaking immersion, this ride isn't perfect. Saying that, everything else is brilliant. Therefore, the journey from Dreamworld around Australia is a 9.5 out of 10 star rating. If there was ever a time to visit Dreamworld, it's now. Sky Voyager is truly a spectacular experience in all possible ways. Don't let the boring pre-show deter you, as it is easily ignorable and forgettable. You are doing yourself a disservice by not experiencing this for yourself. It is truly a remarkable experience for anyone of any age. I look forward to seeing what Dreamworld come up with next, and hope they continue to strive for experiences as well as quick thrills. This is a great start to a bright future for Dreamworld, and I eagerly anticipate my next flight on Sky Voyager in the near future.